Dear children, let's do Separation of Substances, Chapter 5 from your Perfect Science book. In this chapter, we will frequently encounter the word substance. So first, let me tell you what is substance. In simple language, let me explain. Whatever you see around you which occupies some space is called matter. Matter is made up of combination of certain things. For example, paper. Paper is made up of some things. Your food. Food is also made up of certain things like oil, vegetables, grains, water, spices, etc. You eat chapati every day. It is made up of wheat. Your pen that you use every day, eraser, watch, etc. These are all matters. And these matters are made up of certain things. And these things are called substance. A matter could be made of one substance or more than one substance. Now let me put it in simple words. We can frame a simple definition of substance as a material that is composed of one or more than one particle is called substance. Understood? What is substance? A material is made up of one or more than one particle, and these particles are called substances. A substance could be solid, liquid, or gas. By the end of the chapter, you will understand what is mixture, what are the reasons for separating substances from a mixture, different methods of separations, separation of substance by using more than one method, and finally, can water dissolve any amount of a substance? I will show you some pictures. This is the picture of straining a tea. In our houses every day, our mother makes tea. And before serving it to others, what she does, she strains the tea with the help of a strainer. With this, what is she doing? She is basically separating the unwanted tea leaves from the tea. Now this tea is ready to be served. Second image is of ginning. What is ginning? Ginning is a process of separating cotton from cotton seed. Here again what we are doing? We are separating cotton from the unwanted cotton seed. In the third image, what is this? This is churning. What is this? Churning. Churning means stirring milk or curd continuously, and with this we can separate butter from the curd. And here again, what are we doing? We are doing a process called separating. Here what we are separating? We are separating butter from the buttermilk. Now, the topics that we'll be covering today are mixtures and reasons for separating substance from a mixture. Here I am, before we begin with the chapter, I am giving you one activity. Here I have provided you with a basket full of different kinds of fruits. And now I want you people to separate, to segregate these fruits accordingly. So, will you be able to do this? Yes, it's very easy. You can pick up the fruits and separate them in their different groups. Strawberries you can separate here, grapes, bananas, plum, all this you can separate according to the group, right? Second activity is, here I have given you a mixture of sand and salt. Now you have to separate from this mixture sand and salt. Will you be able to do it? No. Answer is no. You won't be able to do it. Why? Why you can separate these fruits and you are not able to separate sand from the salt mixture. Why? Can you tell me? Because the fruits here are big enough for you to hold it with your hand and separate it. While in this case, the sand as well as salt are very minute and you cannot hold them with your hand. So this picking, you cannot pick salt and sand separate them. Let us observe what is common in some of the activities in our daily life. From rice and dry pulses, small stones are removed before cooking. This is the activity your mother do every day in the kitchen. Before cooking food, she cleans the rice as well as pulses because we will never like store in our cooked food, right? Second process is boiled tea. That activity I had already shown you earlier. Boiled tea is passed through a strainer to separate tea leaves. Nobody will like tea with the tea leaves to drink. So we have to remove this unwanted tea leaves from the prepared tea. Third process is tap water is connected to a water purifier to remove salts and impurities from water. Everybody has a water purifier at home, right? This purifier is connected with a tap water and tap water passes through the purifier and from the purifier you get pure tasteless water. And now what you have done in this process, again, you have removed salts and impurities, that is dust particles from the water. Cream is turned to separate butter from buttermilk. This image also I showed you. What is happening there? With continuous stirring. What is turning? Continuous stirring. With continuous stirring, what you are doing? You are separating butter from the buttermilk. The common thing in all these activities is that we try to separate something from a mixture. In all this process, in all the images that I showed you, what are we all basically doing? What we are doing? We are separating something from a mixture. That something could be an unwanted thing like small stone. What we are separating? It could be either some unwanted thing like stone or it could be some useful thing like butter. Now, next thing is mixtures. What is a mixture? A mixture is a substance that is made up of two or more substances. What is a mixture? A mixture will form when we put together two or more substances and this will form a mixture. Most of the substances in our daily life are mixtures. Whatever surrounds us, whatever we do, whatever we consume, everything is a mixture of two or more substances. For example, air, tea, milk, coffee, soil, tap water, etc. Now let's see what all mixtures they have defined here and the substances in these mixtures. First, let us take air. Air is a mixture of some gases like oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, and besides this you will always find some dust particles in the atmosphere, in the air. Next, tea. You must have seen the preparation of tea in your home. Tea contains tea leaves, milk, water and sugar. Milk. When your mother gives you milk to drink, fine. This particular milk contains water, cream, fats and other nutrients. Coffee. When the coffee is being prepared, we put water, coffee powder, milk and sugar. Next is soil. Soil contains clay, water, salt, stones and leaves. Tap water contains the mixture of water, some dissolved salts and impurities. Okay, so what we have studied? What is mixture? Mixture is combination of two or more substances. Okay. Second, a mixture can be solid. It could be liquid or gas. Mixture can be solid, liquid or gas. For example, soil is a solid mixture, milk is a liquid mixture, air is a gaseous mixture. Next, most components of a mixture can be separated. When we prepare a mixture, again we have an option. If we want the pure substances, again we can separate them through some or other process. Next, a mixture does not have a fixed proportion of substances. For example, what does this mean? A mixture, like if I'm preparing tea, fine, a simple example I'm taking. Somebody likes tea that is very strong. So what I'll do, in that preparation of tea, I'll add more of tea leaves. Somebody else may want tea that is light. Then I'll add less tea leaves in that tea. Somebody wants tea with less sugar, without sugar, more sweetened tea. So the combination can vary depending upon our requirements. So what is it told? A mixture does not have a fixed proportion of substances. So what we have studied here in this mixture part, that mixture is combination of two or more substances. A mixture can be solid, liquid or gas. Most components of a mixture can be separated and they do not have fixed proportion. They do not have fixed proportion of substances. Clear? Now, what is the reason? Why do you need to separate substances from a mixture? There are only and only basic two reasons for which we separate substances from a mixture. One is you don't want something. One, you don't want something. Something is unwanted. You don't require them. Second is you want something very pure. You want something pure. One is you don't want anything. Some particular unwanted things are there that you want to remove. Or next, you want something that is very important and you want it in the pure form. So first thing is you don't want something. This is covered under these 2 points, 1 and 2. You don't want something. Some unwanted thing you want to remove. Some impurity you want to remove is covered under these 2 points. And you want something is covered under 3 and 4. So let's study first and second, that is you don't want something. First point is to remove an unwanted substance. Second, to remove impurities and harmful substance. Okay? First is to remove something that you don't want. Second is to obtain pure form from a mixture, to separate different useful substance from a mixture. Okay, so why do you need to separate mixtures? We separate mixtures and obtain substances. Why? Because at some time we don't want something, we want to remove something, and at point we want something important from it. As we know, a mixture is made up of two or more substances. So a mixture may contain some unwanted, harmful and useful substances. According to the need and usefulness, one or more substance can be separated from a mixture. Some of the reasons for separating substances from a mixture are given below. First, to remove an unwanted substance. Example, tea leaves are separated from the prepared tea. And the substance that you are separating is tea leaves. Second, to remove impurities and harmful substances. Examples, small stones and insects are separated from rice and pulses. You don't want stones and insects when the food is prepared. So you separate stone and small insects from it. And the substance separated are small stones or insects. To obtain pure form from a mixture. Examples, Dissolved salts are separated from tap water to obtain pure water. Second, impurities are removed from rocks to obtain precious stones. Here, dissolved salts are separated from tap water to obtain pure water, and the substance separated is dissolved salts from water. And there are precious stones available, germs available in the nature, but they are not in the pure form. Impurities has to be removed from it so that we can get the pure form like diamond from the nature. Fourth point is to separate different useful substances from a mixture. Kerosene, petrol and diesel are separated from crude petroleum oil, and the separated substances are kerosene, petrol and diesel. Here, when we are extracting oils from the crude oil, okay, from underground you get crude oil. It's a very thick viscous oil substance material. Okay, we pass this crude oil through different process, and at different stage you get kerosene, you extract petrol, you extract diesel, even you can extract gas, that is liquid petroleum gas, liquefied petroleum gas from this crude oil. Okay. Second is separating oil from water, and the substance separated is oil and water. So in today's video what we have seen certain process of activities we have done. We have seen some daily process. We have seen what is churning, okay, what is ginning. We have seen what is a mixture, and we have seen the reasons for separating substance from a mixture. I hope you understand this properly.